Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Zianyia Gonzalez and I'll be sharing 10 tips on how to help with cravings. Okay, so before anything, I do want to say that this video is more for cravings and not if you're hungry. So I don't believe that someone should, starve themselves or should go to sleep hungry or anything like that. So if you are drinking the Premier Protein, like the ones I've been mentioning, and you are still hungry, that's totally fine. At first, these things would not fill me up. This was more like a snack. So there are options. So I would sometimes I would drink this and then I would still be hungry like half an hour later. So I would actually one of these that, okay, it's not the best food you're gonna taste in the whole world, but for 70 calories and 17 grams of protein, my favorite one was a lemon pepper, but this one will do. But I think this is a really good option. I don't think you should stay hungry, so this is more for cravings and not so much if you're hungry. So let's get right into it. So let's just get the most obvious out of the way, which is the first one is water. So like I've said in all my videos almost, that this is the very first thing. A full bottle of water is the first thing that goes inside my stomach, and then like an hour after I drink another one. Like I'm constantly drinking water, and it's not because I'm thirsty. Like I am not that thirsty, but I know water, it hydrates you and it helps me feel like full sometimes, even though it doesn't last as long. But I know if I drink like a full bottle of water, it really sometimes makes me feel like, whoa, like really full and like even almost sick, I guess you can say, like if I drink it too fast. So water does help. So let's just put that out there. Water is very essential. Okay, second thing, I know I mentioned this in my first video, is gum. So this helps me a lot. This is my favorite gum actually. It's the Spearmint Rain, and it's the green one, but I like it because it's like minty / sweet, and like I'm a sweet tooth, so if I chew a piece of gum after I eat, that helps me with like me wanting something sweet. And I don't know why, but when I want to be chewing on something, and that just helps me like think, it helps my brain think that I'm chewing on something, and I know I'm making that motion. Anyways, going to the next one. I'm sorry I'm looking at my phone, but I have my notes here. Is brushing your teeth. And I guess I'll show my toothbrush too since I'm showing props. But I think this is such a good idea. I saw it once. I can't remember where, but it just said like after you eat a meal and you brush your teeth, it like already tells your brain, I already ate. I don't need to be snacking throughout the day or eating something that I shouldn't. And especially if you have like a mint like toothpaste, that'll help with like if you have something mint in your mouth, the next thing you put in your mouth won't taste as good and it'll just taste a little nasty. So brushing your teeth, I think is such a good idea, especially like if you eat, let's say at 6 and you go to sleep like at 9, I don't know. If you eat and then you brush your teeth, it basically tells your brain like, hey, I'm not gonna eat anymore, so no more snacking. And I just think that's a great idea. It's like brushing your teeth, it just stimulates your brain and tells you, hey, I'm not gonna eat anymore. I guess that's how you would say it, if you guys understand me. Okay, fourth thing is looking at calories. So I went to my grandpa's room and I found these. I'm sorry about that noise because that's for later. But I found these, and guys, these are delicious. But the reason I don't like to have, I went to his room because I don't like to have anything unhealthy that around me, because if I know I have it, I'll eat it. Like if these were mine, they would be gone. So these have 530 calories, and I would aim for like 300 calories a meal. That was like my plan because I would snack throughout the day. And it's just crazy to think that I would snack on this 530 calories. That's like half of the calories that I would eat in a whole day. So I would be like, okay, yeah, I can't afford to eat this. And I would just leave it alone. I wouldn't even purchase it. I would see it at the gas station. I'd be like, let's just leave it there. So especially looking at the calories, the sugars, the fat of what you're about to eat will like help you like remember, hey, am I really supposed to be eating this? Sometimes when we like get like chocolate or something, we avoid looking at those labels, but if you're trying to lose weight, I really recommend you looking at those labels so you feel accountable and you're like, yeah, I probably shouldn't eat that. Okay, next thing. The fifth thing is already plan what you're going to eat. If meal prepping, like if you like meal prepping, go for it. I'm not very good at that. I don't like really, I guess, putting food into a microwave. But if that works for you, go for it. Or, bringing lunch to work instead of purchasing it. Or plan what you're going to eat, where you're going to go eat to lunch, and not just have to plan it like last minute. I think that's such a good option, especially having snacks around that are healthy and not having to go to the vending machine. So I think that's very essential. You already know you're going to be hungry. Like, don't wait to have to pick something unhealthy because it's quick, because you don't have enough time in the morning or something like that. You already know you're going to be hungry, so let's plan on what we're going to eat and let's make that healthy. So I really recommend that. Okay, next thing, alternatives. So if you do not like the idea of chewing on gum and gum is just not your thing, I have this carrot, and I know you guys are gonna be like, why is she popping out this huge carrot? Because I didn't have the small ones, and these are cheaper, by the way. But if you have carrots, this is such a way better option than like chewing on chips and stuff. So if you have a carrot, if you have what's it called? I know in Spanish. Okay, cucumbers are a really good idea, but I can't really think of that one vegetable. Why can't I think about it? Okay, I'll probably put it like somewhere here. But I think carrots are such a good idea. They're not that sweet, but they're not very like sour, I guess. So carrots would be something I would chew. Celery, that's what it is. Okay, celery is a good option. Cucumber, but don't like dip it in ranch. What's the point in doing that? I would eat it because I would chew on it and I wouldn't dip it in anything. So just like literally chewing on it, because that would make my brain thinking I'm like eating a lot of food. So I do recommend those alternatives. Next thing is cheat taste. I know I mentioned this in my first video, but I do want to show you guys, like, this is my cereal cup. You guys can see it, like the shape and everything. So I love cereal. I can't stop eating cereal. And then, like, ask anyone that really knows me. I don't know why I have to eat cereal after I eat a meal. Like, I really don't understand. But I did switch, since I started losing weight, I did switch my milk from like whole milk, which is like, I think it's like 190 calories per cup. And then almond milk is 30 calories. That's such a big difference. And instead of getting cereal in a bowl, a big bowl, I get it in this cup because I know I don't even fill it up all the way. Like this, I know I can only have this much amount of cereal. So this helps me control, and I don't fill myself up. Like, I don't eat cereal for breakfast, but if I want a little bit of cereal in the morning, like, I would just get this cup. Obviously this is not going to fill me up, but this is like, that's why it's called cheat taste, because you're not going to fill up on that like unhealthy thing. You're just going to have that taste, that flavor at the end. And going with that, I want to go ahead and show you guys the plates that I use. I try to fill it up inside this circle. This is the plate I use now. It seems pretty big, huh? But compared to like the plate I used to use, like, this is insane. Look at that. Like, that makes a big difference, guys. And like, that's why I mentioned it in my other video, like changing the portions of your meals, and not even just the portions on the same plate, but change like the whole like plate you use. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I use like that plate for all my meals. So I already know like what I use. Okay, so next thing is 8, being distracted. So I've noticed with myself, if I'm especially away from the kitchen and like doing homework or doing chores like in my room, I'm less tempted to like go inside the kitchen. Seriously, if I have cookies around, every single time I walk through the kitchen, I will grab a piece of cookie. So first of all, let's not have those cookies around or at our house at all. And second, I just try to stay away from the kitchen, especially after dark, because that's when, I don't know what kicks in, but Like you get hungry and then you're like, oh, I should just eat. Why do I have to be, I guess, on a diet, which is not really a diet, you know, we're changing our lifestyles. But just being distracted and not having anything to do, like watching TV and like picking at chips, and I guess it would be more helpful if we just don't purchase the chips at all. So next thing, which I found was weird, but it really works. So if what I was saying about brushing your teeth, and if I put on my retainers, because I have braces, if I put on my retainers like after I ate and I brush my teeth and I put on my retainers, I will probably not eat anything else that day. I'll just drink water, because that prevents me from like snacking on things, especially having to take it out then brush my teeth again. Like it's just more hassles, and I'm lazy, so it's just, I don't know. And going with that, if you didn't have braces, and this also helped me when I had to wear it the first 3 months that I had my braces off and I had to wear my retainers, I had to wear it throughout the day too, and I noticed that helped me a lot, because it was a lot of hassle having to like wash out my mouth and brush my teeth before I put on my retainers, and then I wouldn't really want to snack on something because I had to take my retainers off, and it was just a lot of hassle. So if you do have retainers, even if you don't have to wear them all day, maybe it's an option for you if you think it'll work. Maybe during the week you'll just do it, or on a Monday that you know that a lot of people bring snacks. I don't know. But if you never use retainers, you could try. I did go to Mexico and they gave me like this whitening like solution type of thing, and they made like retainers for my mouth. And these are like wobbly. They're not to like make your teeth stay, but you had to like put, I don't know, some whitening solution, or I don't know what it was, but they would whiten your teeth and you had to wear them for like 2 hours. So even if I didn't put like the solution in it, I could wear those retainers throughout the day and like brush my teeth after I ate a meal, and then put back my retainers. I know that would help me not technically with cravings, but it would make me like feel like that's too much hassle to take off my retainers to like get some chips or something. So I do recommend that. So going to the last thing is having your goal in mind. So I remember when I was trying to lose weight, I was going to go to Mexico, and I had a screen cover of like my goal. So I had a picture of Mexico, or just something that reminds you, why are you trying to lose weight? Maybe it's because you want to be more healthy, or it's a vacation. So put that on your screen cover, and I see my phone all day, so hopefully that'll help you too, and that'll remind you of your goal, and just have it in your mind. Or even put a note on your refrigerator or somewhere you usually go to get snacks, and put that big note right there and say like, hey, this is why you're doing this. So I really recommend that, and those are my 10 tips. If you guys have any other tips, make sure to leave them down below and let me and all of us know if you have anything strange or something that you don't really hear about. That would be very, very helpful. And I hope this helps. Find me on all the social media platforms except for probably TikTok. I don't have TikTok. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.